So in this video, I'm going to show you how to assemble one of your wind chimes. So we've got this piece. This is Sam's. He's here next to me off camera. Okay, hold on. So we've got this piece. This is going to be our bottom piece. Then the X is going to hang above it, and then we're going to have the bead above that. So the first thing I would recommend is laying all your pieces out on the table in front of you the way that you want them to be hanging from your chime. So I've got this little piece of wire tool that I made. If you need this, come see me. And what I'm going to do is I'm going to go through the wind chime. I'm going to thread the yarn into that hook, and then I'm going to use that hook to pull the yarn through. And you're at this point already, right? On both of them? Cool. So now I'm going to make sure that this is going to be my bottom chime. I'm going to make these two pieces even, so that's hanging right in the middle. And then now the next step is I'm going to take this and I'm just going to tie a regular old knot. So do a loop and then pull those pieces through. Now this is the only time that we're going to use this type of knot. Pull it through, and I kept it kind of loose on purpose so I can kind of, when I tighten it, I can push it towards there. So now I've got that piece hanging, and if that's all that came out of the kiln, I can make a necklace. You having trouble? Alright, so now that we have a knot right here, the next thing I'm going to do is I'm going to tie a knot in the spot where I want that next piece to hang. So, and I want all my wind chimes to be about the same space apart from each other, because if they're not going to cling and clang, and the whole point is to make noise. So I'm going to tie my knot right here, and I'm going to do the same thing. I'm going to make a loop, and then I'm going to put those other pieces through.
I died.
So now I've got a knot in my yarn. And let's make sure that we're maybe a little bit further apart, but that's okay. So now I'm going to take my next chime, and I am going to just go down one. So it doesn't matter which one I do, but I'm going to do just one of them. And again, I'm going to use my little hook, grab the yarn, pull it through. So now what happens is that next chime will only go down, and it'll stop at that spot where I tied that knot. So that's where it's going to hang. So now I'm going to tie a knot and I guess this is the same knot that I used at the bottom, so I lied when I said that that's the only time you're going to use that knot. So I've got a knot there. I've got that knot there, so that X hangs just like that. So now the next step is to put the bead. So I'm going to do the same thing I did for, in this case, the X chime. I'm going to first tie a knot.
Do you have to glaze the top piece?
Yeah. I mean, you don't have to, but you probably want to. So there's a knot. And then again, just like before, I'm going to use my hook. Go true to bead. So I've got the hook through the bead. I'll hook the yarn and I pull it right through. And then just like before, that bead is going to stop right where we tied that knot. And then I'm going to tie a knot at the top of the bead, like that. And there we have it. So the final step, once you have all 3 of your chimes assembled, you'll take your top piece and you'll thread 1 chime. That means it's time to clean up. You'll thread both pieces of yarn through that top piece, and you'll go all the way. And again, the purpose of the bead is to stop that top piece. So that's how it'll go. And you've got this excess yarn. Once you have all 3 of these strands coming through the top, the bead should be touching. Then you'll take all 3 of those and you'll tie them in a knot, and then your wind chime's done.